Alright folks, hello. Yeah, back with more Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Today I am trying my hand on Ampador? No? Amdapor Keep. Yes, Amdapor Keep. It is the endgame instance for a 4-player party at this point. You basically use this to farm like tokens you can exchange for endgame gear, blacklight specifically. You also get mythology tomes here, which you use to buy the really good stuff. Basically the artifact +1 gear. Anyway, so yeah, this is a bit tricky instance. Many new players fail here kind of hard at first. I am here with my guild, so hopefully it will all be alright. We have Big Larson as a tank. Lost 15, my dear friend and guildmate. Oh dear, yeah, this is laggy. See, this is what I was afraid of actually. Our server at prime time seems to have some problems actually, you know, keeping lag times to a manageable rate. We will see how this goes actually, because some of these bosses in here, lags too bad, well, I'm kind of screwed in here. So yeah, last guild member here is Zagger Nashan. Who's a bard, Lost 15 is a scholar, and Big Larson is a warrior. And Big Larson is very well geared. He has Darklight gear and Ifrit axe. Basically, he, yeah, he's got all the toys. Yeah, I'm having trouble. I'm noticing already sort of landing my combos here because the lag sort of prevents me from doing my combos. So yeah, Amdapor Keep. It's located in the Black Shroud, the forest area of the game. Level 50. You need to sort of have beaten the story to access this dungeon. The mobs in here, well, there's a few things you sort of should notice in here. The big guy over there, Dullahan, he can hit really hard, so it's, you know, it's recommended that you actually, if you're new at least, you know, have some care when you take those on, because that can end very badly otherwise. Big Larson is, you know, he's well equipped enough with gear for us to actually, you know, not really have any problems here. I am lagging like nobody's business in here. It was the same thing last night actually. That's really bad. Maybe, you know, maybe doing Amdapor Keep should be something you do in the morning instead, because my goodness, there is a lot of lag here. I should probably forewarn some of my party of that. Might also be my connection, I'm not actually sure. Big Larson being magnanimous there. Yeah, these recluse hippogriffs, they're nothing special, just, you know, kill them. They don't have any super special moves as far as I know. They're the normal sort of trash mob, nothing special really. So yeah, the story behind Amdapor Keep is that it was once upon a time a famous place for a lost empire, basically. And when the empire fell, well, it fell into ruin, and now it has been re-inhabited by devotees of Dalmond, which is basically their behemoth cultists who wish for, you know, the end of the world. But we're here to kill them all. Because, you know, that's how we resolve our differences in this game. Stabbing this guy in the back a few times, putting on my dots and my damage buff skills. And he's already half dead. We have decent DPS here. It's hard to tell, I've said this before, it's hard to tell how well you're doing DPS-wise. But actually in this instance, in Amdapor Keep, there's actually sort of a... there's a boss in here, it's the second boss. We'll come to him soon. Let's see here. Did we? No. Alright, so yeah, you see the guy with the one I'm attacking now is the guy with the staff. It was a bit of a misclick by Lars in the beginning there. Those are the guys that should die first in the sort of gangs of monk dudes, because they can summon ads. As the notes about that devil thing that's right next to us right now, he summoned that. So we need to kill them fast. If you don't, well, he'll summon. Again, with me having trouble sort of landing my attacks. Is it marking? It's not on mark. No, it's not. Well, let's just keep attacking this guy. Oh, sorry. Oh, there he is. Mark it now. Very well. Switching targets. Except from the summoner guys, nothing really special. The guy with an axe has a frontal AoE cone thing he does. But you know, nothing special. They are quite tough, the enemies in here, so actually having, you know, fairly good gear is a good idea. You probably want your Ifrit weapon before going here, or at least your Grand Company level 50 weapon before you get here. Otherwise this will be kinda tricky. Alright, so Lars is gonna drag back to Dullahan's here. It's fine. Oops, lag all over the place. And it's not my computer too, because I have like 90 FPS or something here. Really is the servers. And yeah, I really wish that Square Enix fixes this, you know, quite soon, because this, you know, if you're playing something like the Titan fights, like Ifrit or Garuda, where actually timing is pretty much everything in those fights, you really cannot have the server lagging like that. Because we die. Go, dead, and we are closing in on the first boss here, in this cathedral thing. See what Larsen's gonna do, he's gonna... No, gonna jump in. Said I'm gonna jump in. There we go. And if I dive, do my AoE thing, kill the guy, interrupt his void fall, jump again, and there he goes, he's dead. Backstab the guy. No, actually blood for blood, which, you know, makes me deal 30% more damage while taking 30% more damage. So it's a very good skill when you need DPS, and it's actually on a fairly short timer too. It's like 60 seconds, I think, or 80 seconds. Yeah, you can use it quite often. I heartily recommend doing so. Oh, come on. Yeah, see, I'm starting attacking, but sort of stopping, and that's the lag. Alright, first boss, Lunatic Priest. This guy will... he's very weak himself. He will cast a few spells, and nothing really special. What is special is when he starts getting low on HP, then he will start summoning the real boss of this fight, which is a Mind Flayer thing. Now, the Mind Flayer thing actually is much tougher. He has a lot of sort of AoE spells that slow you down and inflicts dots and stuff, so that's pretty bad. Yeah, he started summoning now. You basically cannot kill him before the summoning is complete, unless you have like super high DPS, and I don't think anyone has that right now. So what you do here is you kill the Lunatic Priest before you get into the Mind Flayer guy. The Mind Flayer guy will start actually summoning ants. You see the biggest sort of rubble behind him there. That's a huge golem. He will summon that into battle. Oh, Larson, where do you want to attack him? I see that purple thing going out from him. That's him activating one of the golems, a smaller one. As a DPS, you need to take out these golems. You cannot have them running around here because they deal AoE damage, which are quite strong actually. So you need to sort of take those out as fast as you can. Usually shouldn't be a problem. Go. And they won't stay down. Oh jeez, Larson, you're making this so tricky for me to get my backstabs in. Right, so we're pulling him back here, and there's a reason for this. Because when the big golem starts walking around, you hide behind one of these pillars as a way of sort of evading his AoE attacks. Did summon a golem, I think? Yep, there we have it. Blood here. Get this golem down fast. Oh jeez, oh man, the lag. So now he's calling in the big guy. You can't really beat the big guy, I think, so just stay away from it. No, he didn't. He called in one of the small guys. Never mind. Silly me. Didn't you phlebotomize these guys? Apparently not. Interesting. Didn't notice that before. DPS is kind of low here, I think. One of the reasons is that I am having real trouble getting my combos to stick in this lag. See, I've hit it 3 times now, and it doesn't register. Oh, there we go. Big AoE right behind the pillar. Oh, did I miss something? Weird. Oh, combat race here, so back into the fight. You know, any second now when the server allows me to actually get back on my feet. Wow, this is real laggy now. Oh man. Can't execute it this time. What's going on here? Yeah, right now I am having huge lags. It's not even funny. Well, it's almost registering a bit now. It's good. Kill this guy. This mind flayer is going down any minute now. I'm gonna limit break him, why not? Level 1 limit break. There we go. Slash, and down it goes. You can see my friends when they move around here. You see sort of how they rubber band around. And again, that's the lag here. This mask again. This has dropped basically every time we get in here. We'll see. The first boss is actually the easy one. The second boss is the real trick inside this place. Because the second boss is it's basically a DPS check. It's a race. It's a DPS race. You need to kill him before a certain amount of time has passed. Otherwise, you know, he will kill you, and all is lost. So as a DPS, you really need to be on your game here. In that boss. Otherwise, you know, you basically cannot beat him at all. So what it is, it's the demon wall. It's basically a big wall on a sort of bridge, and he will periodically like move closer and closer to you. He's actually quite mechanics heavy. So I can, you know, why not? I can explain him now, because when we fight him, I won't really have time doing that because I need to concentrate. So basically what he does, the Demon Wall, is that he... well, first of all, he will summon a slow and poison field in the middle, like in a line, a middle line on the bridge, so you need to avoid that. You will shortly after that summon it on the sides, and then in the middle again, so you need to sort of dance between the middle and the sides to avoid being slowed and poisoned, and that's the thing that I will have a problem with my lag, because, you know, when I move, it's kind of too late. So yeah, that will be a problem, because if you're slowed, like your skills take basically, you know, twice as much time regenerating, so DPS will be cut in half if you're slowed. This DPS is what you really want in that fight. It can be a really big problem, actually. So yeah, he has slow fields. He will shoot energy balls at random party members that deal a lot of damage. Healer will, you know, have to stay on top of that. After that, he will cast Repel, which actually knocks back anything in front of him. And since everyone is in front of him, because he's a wall, everyone will get knocked back. The trick is, though, to be facing him straight ahead. Do not look at the sign, because you are knocked back as the opposite direction you are facing. Which means if you face to the sides, you will be knocked to the sides, and then you will be knocked off the bridge and, you know, die at the bottom, and probably the raid will wipe because of the DPS losses. It's quite huge. And that is probably one of the most dangerous thing he does. You really need to, you know, be up on your game for that. Oh shush, Skype! I don't have time right now. Sorry, I should have I just got the mute, but I didn't because I forgot. So there we go. Right now in the fight. What more? Yeah. After the second repel, the demon wall will summon two demon bees, and they are really dangerous. They cast AoE, and since you're fighting in a confined space, it's really difficult to avoid that. So what you want to do is to kill them fast, or to burst them down really quick. You usually save a melee limit break for that, so take them down fast. Our tank Big Larson is also lagging out quite bad here, it says. We're gonna ring, toxotes, air earrings. That's for the bard, so congrats to the bard, I guess. For that. Oh jeez, look at that lag. Hoo man. Yeah, so you need to take down the bees. And then keep DPSing the wall. It will also spawn a poison and slow feel at the back on the bridge. It will push you into that when it repels. You need to get out of that quickly. So yeah, there's a lot of things to juggle with this boss. And you need to keep DPS up at all times because, you know, you're on a timer. If he comes to the last repel and pushes you into the wall, well, you're dead because you get smushed against the wall. And yeah, this boss will be our biggest trial in here this run because of the lag, I think. Well, you'll see. We'll see, I guess. The boss is over there, around the corner, basically. Zyger is actually raking in. He got all the bronze pieces and all the earrings there. And my spirit bond to my harpoon is now complete, so that's nice. Alright, this is gonna pull the Dullahan over here. Yep, there we go. Oh, come on, server. If I die, one of the few AoEs I have. Oh dear. This guy got away. The tank is having even worse lag than I actually, because right now he's just standing there taking it in the face basically. Well, at least it's not just me that's having these problems. Come on, skill. Land. There we go. Land. Yeah, once again, you know. Well, apparently I have a triangle on my head. I'm not sure why. But thanks, I guess. Oh, for some reason the guild roster is not available when you're in an instance. That's interesting. Well, this game has some strange, you know, ideas. You can't whisper a person who's in an instance. Or in your group in an instance, actually. Why? Well, that's not exactly known. I think Square Enix said that it's to prevent people from whispering mean things to each other, which seems one of the strangest concerns I've ever heard for, you know, disallowing chat in an instance, or whispers in an instance. Well, the demon wall is behind those doors over there, so I guess we'll see very soon here if we actually can beat this with this kind of lag going on. It's really bad right now. A few of the mobs to the left there. No, don't need to fight them, so why bother? Don't drop anything. Well, I maybe drop some mats, but that's not really important at this point. There we go. Alright, Demon Wall, the big bad dude in this instance. So let's see if we can practice what I preached earlier here. And see if we actually can beat this. So I won't be talking too much now because I need to concentrate. repel. Face him. There we go. Move into the middle. DPS is pretty good so far. Alright, here comes second repel. He will spawn the bees after this. There we go. I will take the left bee and use my limit break. Get completely stuck in the slow. As a result as well. Interrupt him, so that's good. Alright, B dead. So far so good. Keep stabbing. There's the repel. Got all the cooldowns now. See, we're slowly getting pushed closer and closer to the door, but this is no problem, I think. I think we have this. Hell again. So we can kill him before that. That'd be nice. No, well, we kill him as he pulls us back. And Demon Wall is dead. That's how you do it. Hoplite Sabatons. I'll greed those. I don't need them. Oh, jeez. No. Oh, I got them anyway. And strength crit. Oh, I would kind of. I would kind of like those. But you know, the ones I have are pretty good too. I wouldn't mind those, but it's not essential. I can't need on them because they're not for me, they're actually for Monk. But there we go. I rolled a 3 on them, so I will not be getting those, that's for sure. So yeah, we're past the Demon Wall. That means it's not really smooth sailing from here on. We still have the last boss, but the last boss is he's easier than Demon Wall, that's for sure. He's also kind of mechanics heavy, so you need to know what you're doing and stuff, but shouldn't be a problem, hopefully. Depends on the lag, of course. If you have really heavy lag, that boss too is quite problematic, because he has a few things he does where you need to really dodge and run away from him. And if you're late on noticing that due to lag, well, you're gonna wipe the raid. So we'll see, I guess. When you see from time to time like that red circle there, that's actually a demon succubus over there firing fireballs at us. And they do that up here, sort of in the upper reaches here. So we need to, watch out for that, because they shoot from half across the map or something. Those fireballs hurt a lot, let me tell you. It's like 2,500 something. Get hit by one of those, so I kind of want to stay away from that. Also, I'm trying to putting my damage buffs and stuff on, but since it's lagging, it's kind of hard to, because they're positional dependent. I need to flank them, kind of tricky to actually set that up as it is right now. See, that Chaos Thrust did nothing. Just going a bit closer to get out from the greenery there. There, go. Stab, stab. Just keep stabbing. Just keep stabbing. There we go. That's slowly but surely getting there. Oh, Succubus on the other side there. Oh, horses turning around. Good. Backstab and disembowel. And Chaos Thrust. Bam! And phlebotomize. And flank for heavy thrust. And stab. Stab. Oh, Big Larson's gonna try to pull the succubus from over there. It's recommended, I'd say. Sadly, I can't reach. The bard could, but he does not for some reason. Well, maybe he's unaware of, the ability to actually do that. Dragonfly dive. Blam. And backstab. And blood for blood. Lag is a bit better now, I think. Maybe it's just lulling me into a false sense of security. I was also thinking, yeah, I said so before, just to iterate, why do we do this? Because Amdapor Keep is actually one of the instances that basically everyone at 50 farms. It's because it's the only instance that I know of that drops elegant tomestones of mythology, which is basically a collectible currency in the game. And for that currency, you can buy some of the best gear in the game. You are capped. You can only gather 300 of these mythology tomestones a week, and you need like 1,000 or something to buy like the chest piece of the really good armor. So you need a lot of these. Quite a lot, actually. And so, you play Amdapor Keep because it's one of the few places you actually can get them. The place is also meant as a gear up for the other sort of Titan battles. As I said before, you can take Ifrit basically on your artifact gear and a decent weapon. Garuda, not so much. This is the second fight. I will be doing a recording of that in the future. But she's much trickier, and she requires pretty damn good gear, preferably like item level 70, 60 at least, to take her on sort of comfortably. And so you play Amdapor Keep to get the loot drops in here, because the loot drops are actually very good, and also gather the tomestones of philosophy and mythology, which you use to buy better gear, specifically Dark Light gear and Artifact gear +1. I know. It's what am I doing? I'm like explaining this MMO's endgame economy system. Like I'm sure it's completely incomprehensible for anyone. anyone who is not in the end game. And if you're not in the end game, you know, why would you be watching this? Or if you are in the end game, why would you be watching this? You will probably be doing Amdapor Keep yourself. Oh, pulling that there. It's fine. Hopefully it's just fine. It should be just fine. Almost dead. So basically now, and you know, I'm kinda happy with this, I have a video of Sastasha, which is the first instance in the game, and now I have a video of Amdapor Keep, which is the last instance, for man at least, in the game. There are still, you know, raids and stuff you can do. You can fight the primals, like you can go to Castamere Dundum with an 8-man party, and then of course you have the big endgame, like the real endgame raid, which is the Coil of Bahamut, or Bahamut's Coil. Right, so we're pulling the succubus back from the other group there. Don't want to fight them all together, want to fight her separately, and that's fine. That's how you should do this, otherwise that pull is kind of dangerous actually. Like this, the last succubus up here is dead, and we will have no more fireballs being flung at us from them at least. Oh boy, that's gonna be a problem. Not gonna be able to escape that, I think. Oh, someone interrupted. Good. Seems someone in the Free Company chat has a conversation about lettuce and beans and whether or not it's for rabbits or for muxie. So, you know, that's pertinent information for everyone out there, I'm sure. Oh, we're almost there. Just up those stairs over there, and we're at the boss, the final boss. Maybe I should explain a bit about him. It's a zombie dragon thing. You should tank him in the upper right corner of the room. He has, you know, the usual sort of frontal swipes and breaths and stuff like that that only the tank should be hit with. He has a back attack. If anything or anyone gets behind him, he will do a huge cone AoE thing behind him. So me, with my backstab attack, I really need to sort of dodge in there, do the backstab, and then like go out real quickly, otherwise I'm gonna get killed. He will spawn ants that will shoot like fireballs at the raid, so you need to take out the ants. He will also put a mark, sort of a purple line, on one of the party members. Oh dear. Yeah, almost went very bad there. And he will also cast Imminent Catastrophe, which is an ability that will destroy you completely if you're hit by it, so you really need to avoid it. And you avoid it by basically standing behind one of the pillars. And he will cast it. The point of origin of the blast is in the middle of the room, so you need to stand behind the pillar, sort of with your back to the middle of the room. It can be a bit counterintuitive the first time through, but you can get it soon. So he will put a mark on someone, I was gonna say. And if you get the mark, you need to run away from the rest of the group, because he's going to spawn an energy like ball on you that's going to stand in place and basically pulse out like an AoE blast quite frequently for a long time. So you need to, if you have the mark, you to run away from the group and have the ball sort of spawn on you far away from the group so it doesn't do any damage. And basically that is it with that guy. See here? See him jump in here. There he is. Big ugly zombie dragon dog thing. Oh, that's a weird angle. Right, so Larsen is moving into position here. Amdapor. We go, you see the huge like AoE behind him there because Big Larsen moved in behind him. Alright, it's gonna pull him into the corner, hopefully. And we will be fighting him sort of behind this pillar here because we will be with our backs to the imminent catastrophe. He's gonna cast in the middle. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Apart from that, apart from all of those mechanics, he's pretty easy. So yeah, imminent catastrophe. Everyone behind here. Lag. And there goes the blast. Right, I want to save now. So now he will summon an ad, I believe. Oh, stab him, please. Yep, there we have the ad. Oh, back in that thing. And move out. Oh, Sager. Oh, Sager. Oh, no. Yep. Got hit by the back AoE there. We're killing the ad here. There we go. Back into fight the boss. I'm a bit worried about the mark, because with the lag it's going to be kind of difficult to see when you... I'm going to get the mark on you. Is that imminent catastrophe? I can't see. No, it's not. There we go, imminent catastrophe. Everyone hide. He's gonna start doing the marks now, I believe. See if we can actually figure that out. Yeah, that's a mark on someone. He's gonna run away, hopefully. Oh, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. It's me being too concentrated on what I do. Go. I'm gonna do the limit break here once he casts the limit catastrophe. There it goes, imminent catastrophe. I'm gonna pop level 2 limit break here, which is Omni Slash. There we go, slash, slash, slash. Blam! A lot of effects, hard to see, sorry. But it's pretty cool, I like it. And with that, the guy will go down. There we go. And that is Amdapor Keep cleared. A perfect run. Despite the lag, we cleared it first time through, no wipe. So yeah. Happy about that. Thank you to my guildmates for supplying an awesome party. Big Larsen tank, Zager as my fellow DPS bard, and of course Lost 15 as always being the healer. Always great fun to play with these guys. And let's see what we get for loot. Ooh, I actually need that. That is fantastic news. I needed that actually so much. So that's great. Thank you again, team, for a good run, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my insane ramblings and a look at Amdapor Keep, the last, or one of the the most efficient high-level instances to farm in the game. So yeah, there you go, folks. Thank you for watching, and catch you all in the next one.